Managers too, this is something that all of you guys have to start teaching everybody. Shane and I have been listening to the calls, and everybody's getting stuck, not just on the beginning of the call, they're getting stuck on when anybody says anything. We have one of our girls here who couldn't get past 12. Is she here, Brett? No? No. Figures, right? Wonder why she can't get past 12. And you go listen to the calls, and as soon as somebody objects, what do? We stop pitching. It's not a good thing. If somebody objects, what does that really mean? It's a buy signal. Yeah, we all know that, right? But what else does it mean? Huh? They're testing you. That's one. What? You haven't convinced them yet. Yes. So they're testing you because you have not sold them. It's pretty simple shit. We all do what to get off of the phone? We give those white lies, those small excuses. Now, the salesperson, we expect them because we're still on the phone to get over them. And I want you to realize that part. All of you new salespeople to the industry, or any industry, if somebody's staying on the phone with you, what does that mean? What, Brett? Haven't said the right thing yet. Or if they're waiting for you to say something. They're like, okay, I'm still on the phone. I'm waiting. Interest me, and or prove to me that you're worthy, right, of the sale. So let's think about the things that we have to say. One, every single time somebody objects, is it real? No. Could it be real? Yes, maybe. But how do we know?
We keep asking questions and pressing.
Okay, you keep asking questions, pressing. How do we know if something's real?
Ask why they're asking.
Okay, you can ask why. What else? One, ignore it. To find out if something's real, I always tell everyone, step one to any single objection is to ignore it. If they bring it back up, what is it?
Real.
It's real to them at that point. It's real to them at that point. But if you ignore it and they say to you, yo, I don't have time for this, you guys keep calling me. Number one, it's a transfer. Number two, it's an inbound. Okay? Why are they telling you that if they stood on the phone and they got transferred over to you? Don't accept that. You know it's not valid. So you say, totally understand and appreciate that, Mr. Jones. Let me ask you a quick question. So in shopping for Medicare, what company you currently have? Is that United or Humana? You just go right into it. Why? Because it's not real. Now, if they go, well, I just want these calls to stop. Now all of a sudden you know what's real, what they just said. And you said, absolutely. Tell me about it. You say, absolutely, tell me about it, because that's step two, which is hear them out. So the first one, I have to ignore it to go solidify it. Or, right, they might go, no, well, you know, I just don't have time for this. Okay, so it's not that you're getting too many calls. It's that you don't have time for this. Tell me about it. What happens when somebody says, tell me about it?
You run out of steam.
What happens when you say, tell me about it? Huh? They start venting, okay?
They take their own bullshit.
What?
You give them the floor.
Give them the floor, right? You said, okay, here you go. Just like salespeople that come in here and everybody thinks like, I know how to sell, I've been doing this. And I go, all right, here's the marker. Go ahead. Teach me what you know. What do you want me to say? I don't know. You told me you know. It's the same thing for a consumer. You said, all right, tell me about the white lie that you just gave me. So if I'm ignoring it, I'm going to find out if it's real, or I'm going to find out if it's a lie. Either way, you have to go to step two, which is to hear them out, and you just say, tell me about it. When you tell somebody to open up, they will. I heard people like to vent, 100%. You guys vent all day about leads, your situation, you can't make money, or you're making money, or it's unfair. You vent about everything. Now, if these people have a problem, they want to tell you about it. Well, I'm so busy, you don't understand it. Da, 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 da. Well, if they're on the phone with you and they went through a transfer center and or they took the time to call an inbound phone number, they can't give you that excuse. And you all need to be smart as human beings right now and understand that. If they don't have time for it, why are they on the phone with you? And that's what you have to think when you go through these objections. Now, when I have to feed it back to them, and it goes what? So you tell me you don't have time? And all of a sudden you say, so you don't have time? That's feeding it back. Whatever objection they give you at that point, when you say, tell me about it, blah, 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 you're trying to hear them out, and then you feed it back to them. So what you're telling me is you don't have time? And then all of a sudden they go again. And then what do you have to do?
Is this real? Why is this important to you?
I know that you have reasons for saying that, Mrs. Jones. Do you mind if I ask what they are? What are you doing at that point with all these? That all sound very similar, don't they?
Making them answer their own
Well,
questions.
understanding them.
Huh?
Getting to understand them.
Getting to understand them, okay? What?
Put them on the spot.
Put them on the spot,
Making them answer their own objections.
making them answer their own objections. You're making them sound silly, really, is what you're doing. Because if somebody did that to me, and I just kept coming up with these things, you're gonna realize, oh shit, I'm just lying to lie, to lie, to lie. When do you know you have to stop?
What do you have to explain yourself?
Huh?
What do you have to explain yourself? So many questions.
Okay. When do you know you have to stop as a salesperson and you were right as a consumer?
They don't know what to say.
Okay, when they don't know what to say?
When they stop objecting.
Huh?
Get down to the real.
Speak loud.
When they stop objecting.
When they stop, oh, yeah, that'd be a good one. You're spot on, right? But seriously, think about that. When should you stop as a salesperson? What's the real answer? What did you just say?
Never.
Never. Never why? Hello, wake up, guys. Morning. Huh?
Because even once it's sold, there's still more to do.
Okay, very good. Even though it's sold, there's still more to do. But they're still doing what inside their head? Women, raise your hand. Monica's here. Here she is. Women, you're arguing with somebody, and then you decide, fucking, I'm just going to give up. What are you doing inside your head? That guy's just pissing you off, and you're both going at it. Then you're like, I had enough of this. What are you doing inside your head? You're refusing to what?
Believe him to actually give up truly.
Okay, very
Back of
good.
your mind.
Yeah, in the back of your mind, you're really not giving up. What are you doing? You're still thinking about it, and you're still getting heated about it, but you just don't feel like arguing no more. Right? So that's your consumer now, so they have this objection that's festering inside their head. That's one of the reasons why, as salespeople, you can't give up by hard pressing it. This is why people get in an argument with me and or Danny, right? It just goes. It just goes. Until you get frustrated, you have to walk away, right? And or just agree. And that's a true salesperson that you guys can't let up. You can't let up. So Mrs. Jones, what do you, it costs too much? Well, you know, Mrs. Jones, you tell me you don't have time? Well, no, I'm just so busy right now. Blah, 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 blah. And what do I do after that? What do I do after that?
Make it final.
How?
But suppose we handle X, Y, and Z. How would that make you feel?
Mrs. Jones, suppose that we were able to get this done in 2 minutes, and I was able to, really get you on with your day. Would you want to take advantage of it now, just to get it over with? It makes more sense, doesn't it? And you say something, you justify your reasoning, you're justifying their logic. Their logic to get off of the phone with you, their logic to avoid buying from you is time. So if you meet them with that time scenario, they're fucked. I want everyone to go do this real quick. Put your hands up just like this, like you're about to pray, okay? Whatever God that you have. And I want you to put them together, and I want you to press as hard as you can. 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 I don't see you pressing. I want you to go smush clay between your hands. Smush clay between your hands. What's happening right now? Keep going. Keep going. Pressure? Huh? Keep going. What? Okay, this is you. This is your consumer. You're pressing against each other. Where are you going? Nowhere. Fucking nowhere. And remember that resistance, it comes from you. So if you're both resisting and you're both arguing, you're not going anywhere. This is why you have to go, let the customer win. When you say these things, let the customer win without that resistance, that salespeople, we love to argue. And a lot of you, when you're on the phone, instead of rebuttaling the objections, you guys are just going, what do you mean? What do you mean? And you argue to the fact of the people, you just piss them off. And when you don't do things subtly, like the way I'm telling you, it's noticeable, and now you're the asshole. You understand that? So instead of resisting like this, I want you guys to go through these and just say, suppose we were able to handle that, Mrs. Jones. Would you be willing to do this? Would you be willing to move forward? Mrs. Jones, just suppose cost was not an issue. Just suppose that it was free. Would you want to move forward on the first? Would you want to take care of that now? Mrs. Jones, just suppose your husband said he loves everything and of course we should move ahead with this. What do you think we should do next? Should we just get the application done? When you do things like that and you put somebody in a scenario to go answer their objection, right? And you go, if we did that, if it was okay, would you be willing to? What are you doing at that point? Huh?
Making it seem like their idea.
You're aligning with the client. Very good. What else are you doing?
Providing a cushion.
Huh?
Providing a cushion.
Providing, very good, guys. You're providing a cushion. What else? It's that off-ramp, right? What else? Okay. You're letting them off of their bullshit. That's really what you're doing when they said providing a cushion. You're letting somebody out of their lie. You are. Why? Because you're white lying all the way through, and the salesperson goes, dude, you're caught. You're caught. If I was able to solve all of this stuff, right, would you be willing to move ahead? Okay, yeah. Because now all of a sudden people think, oh, man, I sound silly. Just like I said, when does a salesperson stop, right? Never. You have to keep going until the consumer stops, okay? And then, what do I have to do? I want you to write down I, he, they often. I, he, they often, okay? I, he, they often is, you know what, Sava? I often hear that. You know, I can understand and appreciate the words that you're saying because a lot of people say them as well. Why do we want to say that?
Further align with them.
Further align with them, okay? I often hear that, Mrs. Jones.
You're putting yourself in their shoes.
Huh?
You're putting yourself in their shoes.
Okay, very good. Yes?
They're not
Huh?
alone. It's a common.
Thank you very much. You're not alone. I often hear that, Mrs. Jones. A lot of people feel exactly the way you do until they understand really what the product's going to do for them, that they understand the benefit. I mean, honestly, Mrs. Jones, if you had the new Aetna policy, you told me that you're having trouble at your current doctor. You told me it doesn't take your current doctor, and it doesn't accept your new hospital system. So if Aetna did, would that solve a lot of your issues that you're currently having? It would, right? Because I often hear that from all these other policies, but with this one, I mean, we have that solved, don't you think? So when you do that, you calm people down and you put them in everybody else's shoes, right? And you say, everyone has this. People not only don't feel alone, but they feel now understood. Okay, understood. Now the next one goes into, we always talk about turn it into a question. What does that mean? So Mrs. Jones, with that said, that brings up a question. Let me ask you. The way that you guys phrase things is everything. You can't just go into them. You have to say, that brings up a question. Let me ask you. Now, what would that be? Let's say they're still going on about they have to speak to their spouse.
Mr. Jones,
Well, you did say-
despite saying that you have to speak to your husband, isn't the real issue that you just don't know if the policy is going to work for you?
So, Mrs. Jones, that brings up a question. Let me ask you. Would speaking to your husband allow you to make a better decision, a more informed decision? Would speaking to your husband allow you to understand the way the policy works and the benefits and what it's going to do for you? Would speaking to your husband actually advance the call that we're on right now in order to get you to purchase a new policy? I'm just a little confused. And when you talk like that and you're calm like that, what are you doing for the consumer? You're making it sound what? Fucking silly, right? Silly at that point. Well, no, well, you know. And then all of a sudden, the new objection comes up. What are steps to objections for?
Bring out the real objection.
Bring out the real objection. Is there a real objection, though? There isn't. And that's the point to 10 steps to an objection. That you're just getting rid of all of the fluff. You're getting rid of all the what-if scenarios. You're getting rid of all the negative scenarios. But this is why a lot of you salespeople in here, you have trouble closing more than 10% of your sales. You stay an average closer of the 1 out of 10. The law of averages. Any shithead can close 1 out of 10. You're not talented at that point. You're just staying on the phone for 10 calls. I mean, that's all that is at that point. When you close at 20%, 30%, 40%, now all of a sudden you have some talent. Why? Because you're going through a conversation. That goes into the next one, which is always why Tom and Ed. All right, so they bring it up again. And now you call them out. And I go, Mr. Spinner, why would you say that when you already told me that you needed the health insurance? Why would you say that when you told me that your current policy doesn't even cover the hospital in your area? I mean, that's just silly to me. Can we both stop playing games right now and understand I'm only here with the best of intent to help you? I understand and value all of your opinions, understand and value your situation, and I'm gonna go fight for you every step of the way, but you gotta work with me. What is Ed?
Explain and deny.
Explain and deny. So how do I explain it away and deny it?
Turn it around, guys.
How do I explain and deny it?
Basically telling them that it's not, you're really fully calling them out at that point. You're saying it's just not, it's not true. What you're saying is not
Okay.
true.
So it's not the fact of you're unsure about the policy. It's not the fact that you have to speak to your husband. It's not the fact of it costs too much, all these silly things that everybody tells me. It's really, you're scared to make a change. Mrs. Jones, I've been there. I get it. Who wants to move their house? Not me. You got to get boxes. You got to pack them up. That's the most stressful part about life. Actually, the most stressful situation you can ever be in, even above divorce, Mrs. Jones. Why? Because it has memories, right? It has feelings attached to it. And I get that you have this attachment to what you have right now, but you also have attachment of negativity of what could happen. What is the what if? I'm here to solve that for you. I'm here to tell you that the what if is going to be better. The what if is a solution. It's not a negative connotation that you have inside your head. I need you to get rid of that right now. Everything everybody else did to you, that's in the past. Moving forward, we're only going to have the best of intent, and we're only going to have the best actions taking place for you and your family. I hope that makes sense. That's the purpose of my job. That's the purpose of my company. That's why I got inside this industry, to help people, not hurt them. So I just need you to hold my hand. Let me walk you through the process. It's a simple thing. I got you. Trust me when I say that. And then you move on to step 9, which is what? That's pretty simple. So does that make sense, Mrs. Jones? Would you be willing to do that with me? You would, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Then you just go into the act. Does that make sense? Yes? Brett, what are the major things that people are having issues with right now? When you listen to calls.
So right now, a lot of people that I've spoken to are just talking too much. They're playing customer service representatives rather than just getting to the point, right? So when we're on these calls, you have to tell people why we're on the phone with them, what we're going to do for them, right? And how we're going to benefit them. Rather than getting into these conversations that have nothing to do with the end result, right? Rather than sitting there looking up 15 prescriptions because you opened the door for it, right? We need to sit there and start doing a needs analysis, which we've been speaking about, which is really finding out what the people are on the phone for, what they need to use their plan for, right? And just directly telling them that we're going to solve that issue for them. But we can't get lost in the weeds for 15 minutes and have 30-minute phone calls on ACA plans because we just want to have a conversation and we're scared to pull the trigger.
All right,
That's what it
so
comes down
right
to.
there, Brett, let's stop right there. You talked about the needs analysis like we do in Medicare, right, Monica? Talk about the needs analysis like we're going to have to do in ACA. What does that mean? How do you find out why somebody needs a policy?
Asking questions.
Of course, guys.
Find a
Ask
pain
them
point.
questions, right? That's
Pain
cool.
point.
Huh?
Find a pain point.
Find a pain point. What?
Ask them how they used their last plan.
Yeah, right? What do you actually use your insurance for? What do you use your Medicare policy for? How many times a year do you go to the doctor? Would you use this policy for the same thing? Do you take prescriptions? Is that your main concern that you need the policy to pay for? Tell me, Mrs. Jones, before you get into all this crap that everybody else does, and get real at this point, I need you to tell me exactly why we're on the phone. Because there's always a reason. It's not just money, Mrs. Jones, because we're willing to go pay a lot of money for something that works, but we're not willing to pay money for something that doesn't, and I don't want the latter. So you tell me what we need to do right now. What is your doctor's name, and do you go see him? Is that your main thing that we should be speaking about today? Right?
Yeah.
Just ask him questions, guys. How many agents do that inside of our industry?
Not a lot.
No. So I had a rep that used to work for us. She came yesterday and she told me, this other room, all they do is sell indemnity plans. And, you know, it's just crazy that's all they do. That's like illegal. I said, well, it's not illegal, it's stupid, right? Because an indemnity plan does what for somebody?
Reimburses them for the medical service.
Does what for somebody? Nothing. It doesn't do anything for them, okay? An indemnity plan is a supplement for another policy. That's what an indemnity plan is, right? Who wants $100 a day for the hospital? Raise your hand. Okay? I've been to the hospital, and my surgery was $70,000, and I was there for 6 hours, for at least the same fucking day. So figure that one out, right? It's going to be $100. What is that going to do for me? Even if he gave me $1,000, what is he gonna do for me? So selling an indemnity plan to somebody does what?
Unless they have a poor plan.
Nothing. And why would you do that and charge them $200 a month for an indemnity plan when ACA you could practically get for free?
You're a scumbag.
Right? Pretty much, right? But I want you to think about that. Try doing a needs analysis on an indemnity plan, which is my point, right? And then having to go sell it. How do you sell products like that? Okay? If you don't have an ACA that we only allow indemnity plans to be sold with, right? Even when we were selling indemnity plans, you had to sell an ACA with it, period. Because we're in the business of helping people, not hurting them. Does that make sense to everybody, right? But if you went to go do that, you're just a con artist on the phone. No one can look me in the eyes and go, well, what do you mean? I sell it the right way. Uh-huh, right? No, you fucking don't. What do you have to do to sell people the right way? Well, you have to ask them. And if I asked you, Mador, hey, when you go to the hospital, would you only want $1,000 a day?
Yeah. No, not really.
Damn, maybe I'm wrong, right? Mr. Jones, what do you really want right now? Do you want a plan that's going to work for you or work against you? And I say that with all the most sincerity. Because there's people out there selling coupons, discount plans, things that give you $100 a day, $200 a day. And they put it as the next thing since sliced bread because it's not Obamacare. Well, nothing's Obamacare, Mrs. Jones. That's a coined term that you hear in political news. What you have is the Affordable Care Act. Policies that actually work for you instead of against you. Policies that were set up by the government to have regulated payouts. And what I mean that is they give you unlimited return. These plans could be $0 a month. They could be $5 a month. Some people have to pay $1,000. But I'm going to tell you this, if I was one of the people that only had to pay $1,000, I say only, because it gives me an unlimited return, I would be happy to do it. Happy to do it. I got a family of 4. That family of 4, God forbid, if somebody goes to the hospital, I know my bill's over $1,000, so do you. Who's going to pay it? I don't want to. Do I have the money to do it? Sure. Do I want to give it to somebody else? No. Where do you want to keep it, Mrs. Jones? In your pocket. But that's why you're on the phone with me. I'm here to give you the real policies, the ones that actually exist, the ones that actually work. Why? Because when you call me back, I want it to be a good phone call, not a bad one. I don't want the call back to say, Michael, cancel this immediately. What the hell did you sell me? I don't want that phone call, and I never get them. For the reason of, I give you upfront the policies that work. Now tell me, what are you really going to use this thing for? Are you going to use it for hospitalization? Are you going to use it to go to the doctor? Are you going to use it for prescriptions? You tell me, what have you used your current insurance for in the past year? Let's start from there. When you guys do a needs analysis, when you talk to somebody about their policy, guess what happens?
They tell you some.
You guys awake in here? You guys sell insurance all day. Those of you that can't get past where you are right now, you should pay attention, not just stare at me. You should be coming at me right now. If you're speaking to 50 to 100 people a day, shouldn't you guys know more than me at this point right now? What are people calling you for? Come on, guys. What do people call you for, Taco? Why are they on your phone? Because you're a taco? Why are they on your phone? Answer. I'm talking to you. Why are they on your phone? Why are they on your phone, Brad? Wow. If this is what you guys think, holy shit. What?
They have a need.
They have a need. Okay. Or
They're not happy with the way things are. They want help. They want you to assist them.
They don't know what the.
Because they don't know anything.
They want to be.
they have a want. It's not a need. 99% of the people you speak to have what, Brett? Insurance. They have fucking insurance. They have a want to what? Find something better, find something cheaper, get more coverage. They have a want of something. You have to find that want, okay? So if you're on the phone and you just ask them, what the hell do you want? Guess what they will do? Answer you. If I walk onto a car lot and a salesperson just starts showing me four-door fucking sedans, I'm going to go, what the fuck is this? And he's not going to say a word else to me. He's going to go, this one's got 4 doors. I'm going to go, fuck your 4 doors. Guys, I want him to ask me questions. What are you looking for, Mike? What are your interests? What is your favorite color? What do you want it to be? Where are you going to take the car? Where's the last trip that you took the car? Where's the gas mileage? What are you really thinking? Is that a concern for you? Ask me questions that what? What, Brett?
Tie it to you emotionally.
Tie it to me emotionally. Thank you. Finally, we're getting somewhere. I need to know why I'm going to buy something, but I need to hear it from the salesperson, right, to solidify it. So back to the indemnity plan and all this shit that's out there with all these people just scumbagging all of your customers, right? Think about telling people, I'm here to do right by you. What are you doing with the objections at that point? When you sell something and position it. You're heading them off. You're killing the monster when it's small. You're killing the monster when it's a baby. I will not have an objection if you answer it for me. I will only have an objection if I speak to this new kid over here and he has no clue what he's saying on the phone. That's why. Experience kills everything. Remember that. And when you're speaking to me on the phone, I need you to kill my objection. What would an objection be on an expensive car? Thank you for actually participating in the meeting. Cost. That's it. An expensive car, all of them are what? Bad fucking ass. There's no, that thing's ugly as shit. You're not going to have that. You're going to have, well, that price tag's pretty hefty. That's what you're going to have at that point. But the people that are looking at that expensive car are what? People that can afford it. You're not going to have somebody who can only afford 20 grand looking at a fucking Maserati. It's just not going to happen. They'll look at it online. They're not going to a Maserati store. If they do, wow, right? Would you do that? You go to a Lamborghini dealership right now after your AMG? You're going to wait a little bit. Okay. So let's think about somebody coming to your store, which is your phone. This is your store. They're coming over with a what? A purpose, right? So if they're coming over with a purpose, why are you going to right fields with it? Where are we going? Why aren't you just killing all the monsters when they're small and telling people what you all hear every day? What are the main objections that you guys hear? Let's go, quick. You. What?
I wanted a money card.
You want a money card. The hell's a money card? A money card? That's what they say? Subsidy card. Okay, money card. Okay. All right, so we have money card. What else?
I do this all the time.
Huh?
I do this all the time.
You do this all the time?
Yep.
Huh? Say it louder. I have a plan already. Okay, money card, subsidy card. I have a plan. What? What?
Call list.
Wait a minute. So are you all telling me you know what people are going to say? Is that what I'm getting right now? I'm just throwing my hands up like this. So you do know more than I do right now. What are you saying to them on the phone when they come over? So I'm confused. You already know the customer's objections. You know how to get over them, but you're just allowing them to think it and go through it inside their head. So let's talk about this boy's money card over here, his fucking EBT card, some shit, right? How do you get over the subsidy card? How? I'm confused. I'm dumb right now. Tell me. Teach me how to get rid of a subsidy card, quote, in the beginning. Because I, too, the other week got called about the subsidy card.
I'm a senior benefit coordinator for my agency. I work with health insurance. That's why we're on the phone. Now, a lot of people call in or they get told or they see commercials about grocery cards, subsidy cards. Those benefits are typically available for people on Medicare and Medicaid. You and me are talking about the Affordable Care Act. We can make sure you're on the highest level of coverage moving forward. Sound good?
Sounds good. Okay, I'll take that one. Somebody else clear that up for me. Somebody else. Quick. You. You don't even do it. Let's go. Come on.
A subsidy is going to go ahead and pay for your health.
No. I didn't bring it up. I didn't say shit. You're just pitching me right now.
Hey, listen, we're on the phone right now because you qualify for a subsidy, and we're going to go ahead and see what subsidy you get for this year.
Okay.
Subsidy is going to go ahead and help pay for your tax insurance or your health insurance. This way, you don't have to pay the full price. Make sense?
Okay. Somebody else. I'll take it because you don't even do it, but I appreciate it. Give me another one. Come on. Hello. Give me another one. Do you? No, I don't want to put you on the spot. Give me another one. Go
A lot of
ahead.
people think this subsidy is going to
Talk loud.
A lot of people think this subsidy is applied to groceries or rent. What I can do as a health insurance agent is make sure that's applied directly to your monthly payment for your health insurance. giving you a little to no cost plan.
Mrs. Jones, you're going to hear a lot of stuff online about subsidy cards, this, that, and the other, and I'm sure even a transfer agent told you about a subsidy card. Are they real? Yeah, the government does it, but they apply it to your policy. It's not really a card. It's a fictional thing that they like to say. Mrs. Jones, the subsidy is the amount that you're going to get back from the government to go against your what? Your premium payment. No mess, I got it done for you. More importantly than that, let me ask you a quick question. If you're getting an objection in the beginning, you have to squash it. If you're getting an objection in the beginning and you know that 50% of your people are thinking this, put it out there. Squash that baby. Kill it, like the Democrats do. Just squash the baby, right? I want you guys to all think differently. What else do you get? So you have the EBT card over here, the subsidy money card. What else? Quick.
I don't give out my information on the phone.
Okay?
I just already have all these last week. When are you gonna give calls? Why do I need this? I already have it. How do I know it's not? This is my benefit package.
Okay. So all these things we can mix into the beginning of a pitch. He talked about scam. I clear that all up when I talk about my company and I self-tout myself at the beginning of a call. You guys know that from past meetings. You should know that. And if you're still getting that, that means you're not self-touting and you're not company touting who the hell you are. You're not telling them that you're licensed. You're not telling them that you're appointed. You're not telling them that you're with the largest agency in the country, right? You're not telling them these things, so start telling them that, right? So let's get over that one, all of you, immediately. And then you mix in with the subsidy card. And then you mix in what? How about the why am I on the phone with you? Because I heard I don't have time for this. I heard I already have insurance, all these things. Explain to people why they're on the phone with you. Why are they on the phone with you?
They have a want.
Huh?
They have a want.
Yeah, they have the want.
Looking for a better product.
Huh?
Looking for a better product.
Okay. So what are you going to do for them? Shouldn't that be covered in your introduction self-tout, right? Here's why we're on the phone today. Here's who I am and what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to either give you better benefits, right? And or I'm going to lower the amount out of your pocket, right? You have to explain to people why they're on the phone. If you do these things, everybody, you won't have even a quarter of the objections that you have right now. But when you guys stay quiet and you go into the policies by doing that zip code and date of birth and you're just trying to become a factory like that, you're going nowhere. Number one, all of your customers are canceling. They just are. 50% of them, Brett, within the first 60 days on ACA canceled. That's a high number. You're just not selling them at that point, right? But then two, how many more can you sell by just showing a little bit of passion? If you pitch my way, it takes you literally 60 seconds more, no more. 60 seconds just by saying the right things. Does that make sense? But when all of you guys don't listen and you just keep trying to go through the motions, if I don't bring it up, they won't say it. If I don't bring it up, they won't say it. Okay, that's cool, but they're thinking it, and then you wind up with no sale. Then you hang up and you go, I don't know why I'm not doing good. Yeah, me either, right? But it's this repetitive process with salespeople that we blame. It's the leads. This is no good. That's no good. It's never your pitch. Never. Carson, you're awesome. There's nothing wrong with your pitch ever. Every pitch is spot on. It's just the people you're getting on the phone, right? And that's the way we think as salespeople, don't we? We're so ignorant and arrogant that it's never us. If you all cover the objections in the beginning, you self-tout, you company tout, you bring them up and you don't fear them, you accept them because you know how to get over them, and when you say it, bam, where can they go with it? You win. You win. Where are they going to go? Oh, but where's my subsidy card? I just answered that for you, Mr. Jones. And what step to an objection is that, by the way? Nope. Shannon? Managers?
Why would you
What
say that
step?
when I just told you this?
Say
Why
again?
would you say that when I just brought, we are.
Beautiful. And which one is that? What?
Number 8, why Tom and Ed?
Beautiful. It's why Tom and Ed, right? You see how the steps to objections work now inside of the pitch? It works to kill it before it even happens. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. The last thing I want you to remember from this meeting is every single time the customer asks you a question, you say, I understand and appreciate. I value exactly what you're saying. I 100% agree with what you're saying, but then negate it. That's the only time I want you to use word but. Then negate it and say something positive. Do you follow?
Yes.
All right, let's hit it up today.